Hello everyone. Today we will discuss in detail about magnesium and how it is important for our body and what are the signs and symptoms of its deficiency and excess in human body. So first, some introduction about magnesium. As we all know that magnesium is is predominantly found in divalent cationic form in our intracellular fluid and inside the cell. It is third most abundant element which is found in seawater, and it is fourth most abundant cation in human body. Others are calcium, sodium, iron, and after these three, magnesium is fourth most abundant cation in human body. Total body magnesium is approximately 2400 milliequivalent, and about 2/3 of this magnesium occurs inside the bones. Now, what are these sources, dietary sources from which we can get magnesium? So richest source or most abundant sources are green leafy vegetables like spinach, broccoli, etc. Other is almond. Almond is very rich in magnesium. Cereals like wheat, oat, these are rich source of magnesium. Dairy products like cheese, yogurt and milk also contain good amount of magnesium. So these are different sources from which we can get magnesium in our diet. How does it absorb inside our body? So on an average, adult daily diet contains 250 to 300 milligram of magnesium, and small intestine is primary site for its absorption, specifically jejunum and ileum. These are the primary sites for magnesium absorption. Its absorption is increased if diet is deficient in calcium, and its absorption is decreases in the presence of excess calcium, because they use same transporter molecule. So in the presence of other, they cause competitive inhibition. Vitamin D helps in increasing magnesium absorption. Parathormone and growth hormone also increases its absorption from the jejunum and ileum. High protein and neomycin also increases magnesium absorption, while fatty acid, phytate and phosphate, these phytate and phosphates are rich in the leafy diet or green diet, and these decreases the absorption of magnesium. Plasma level in adult, normal magnesium level is 1.7 to 2.4 milligram per deciliter, while in children, as per age, its normal level changes. In children up to in neonate up to the 6 days, normal concentration is 1.2 to 2.6 milligram per deciliter. From 7 days to 2 years, it is 1.6 to 2.6 milligram per deciliter, and children from 2 to 14 years of age, normal level is 1.5 to 2.3 milligram per deciliter. Afterwards, it become 1.7 to 2.4 milligram per deciliter. Now, excretion. Magnesium is excreted from feces, sweat and urine, and feces is main source of its excretion. Most of the magnesium is excreted through the feces. Increased dietary calcium increases the magnesium excretion as it inhibits its absorption, so it will increase magnesium excretion. Alcohol ingestion increases magnesium excretion. Antidiuretic hormone or vasopressin, growth hormone and aldosterone also increases magnesium excretion. Functions. What are different functions of magnesium in our body? Its most prominent role is in enzyme action. Enzyme like peptidase, ribonucleases and glycolytic enzymes. These glycolytic enzymes are very important for energy generation in each and every human cell. High level of magnesium decreases nerve conduction and low level causes tetany, so they play very important role in neuromuscular irritability or transmission. Magnesium forms very important constituent of bone and teeth. Now, deficiency of magnesium. Hypomagnesemia occurs when body magnesium store depleted, and when its plasma level is less than 1.2 milligram per deciliter, it will cause signs and symptom of magnesium deficiency. Hypomagnesemia can result from intestinal malabsorption or due to excessive vomiting, diarrhea or intestinal drainage. It can also occur due to defective renal tubular magnesium reabsorption and some acquired renal diseases like tubulointerstitial disease or renal transplantation can also cause magnesium deficiency. Drugs and toxins like ethanol, diuretics, especially loop diuretics and thiazide diuretics, and anti-cancer like cisplatin, cyclosporin can cause magnesium deficiency. Amphotericin B and aminoglycosides also cause magnesium deficiency. Diabetes mellitus, hypercalcemia, metabolic acidosis, hyperthyroidism, these are other causes of hypomagnesemia. Now, what are the signs and symptoms of hypomagnesemia? These can be neuromuscular or cardiovascular. So in neuromuscular, sign and symptom of hypomagnesemia, we can find tremor, tetany, muscle weakness, seizures, ataxia, nystagmus, vertigo, apathy, depression, delirium and psychosis. Now, cardiac symptoms are sinus tachycardia, supraventricular tachycardia, ventricular arrhythmia. ECG changes are prolonged PR interval, prolonged QT interval, T-wave flattening or inversion and ST straightening. Now, hypermagnesemia. It is very rare to see a patient with hypermagnesemia because kidneys can excrete large amounts of magnesium. So most of the time, if there is a renal impairment in a patient, then we can find hypermagnesemia, and clinical manifestations occur when plasma level is more than 4.8 milligram per deciliter. At this time, hypotension is generally early sign of hypermagnesemia, and this hypotension is refractory to vasopressor therapy. Other early signs are nausea, lethargy, weakness. If plasma level of magnesium is more than 4 millimole per liter, then we can find paralysis and respiratory failure, coma, along with hyperresponsive tendon reflexes. Now, if serum level is more than 10 millimole per liter, then it can lead to heart block, asystole, prolongation of PR interval and QT intervals. So these are different signs and symptoms which we can see in patient with hypermagnesemia. Generally, hypermagnesemia is treated by renal replacement therapies. So these are the details about hypermagnesemia, hypomagnesemia, normal magnesium absorption and its normal level.